Hello, I'm Roly, and welcome back to Custodians of Woodland. This is video blog number 99. Today I want to speak quietly about a symbol that has accompanied me on my path, not as an abstract idea, but as something lived, carried, and recognized in the body and in the land. This is a pentagram, held within the three circles of existence, the sign of the Ovate Grade. In a Bardic Grade, everything begins with four. Four directions, four seasons, four elements. It is a work of grounding, of learning the shape of the land and the discipline of listening. Its symbol is the square or the diamond within the circle, a foundation laid carefully, stone by stone. It is about stability, memory and form. But when we move into the Ovate Grade, something changes. A fifth presence enters the circle, ever, spirit, that which cannot be held but which holds everything else together. The four elements are no longer separate forces, but living expressions of something that breathes through them. In the initiation ceremony, this is marked by the central candle brought deliberately into the circle, not lit by chance, not discovered there, but carried in by the initiate. The gesture matters. It says that the light of spirit is not something we go out and fetch later in life. It is something we already carry, whether we recognize it or not. The work of Ovate is not to acquire spirit, but to remember it. When the fifth element is introduced, the square unfolds, the shape evolves, the pentagram is born, not as a symbol of abstraction, but as a living geometry that mirrors both nature and ourselves. Druidry has always recognized that the true symbols appear repeatedly in the natural world. The pentagram can be found quietly in the shapes of flowers, fruits, seeds, heads, and leaves. You do not have to force it into the landscape. It reveals itself when you slow down enough to notice. It is also the shape of the human being, stand with arms outstretched and legs apart, and the form appears naturally. 5 fingers, 5 toes, 5 senses through which we meet the world. The pentagram reminds us that humanity is not separate from nature but shaped by the same underlying intelligence. Over time, stories gathered around this symbol. In 1718, John Toland began the idea that druids bore 5-sided wooden shoes There is no ancient source for this, yet the image endured. It was later repeated by the Reverend William Borlas, who wrote that the Druids always walked upon pentagrams. Whether literal or symbolic, the idea is a powerful one. Later still, Colin and Liz Murray, in the Celtic Tree Oracle, suggested that Druid sandals may have been shaped to leave a pentagram impressions in the earth as they walked. I don't need to know if that is historically true to feel the reassurance of it. The idea that your very footsteps could leave a sacred geometry behind you feels deeply ovate, because this path is not about belief alone. It is about how you move through the world, what you imprint on the land, what patterns you leave in the soil of other people's lives. The pentagram held within the three circles of existence is not a symbol of power over nature. It is a reminder of participation, spirit within matter, light carried quietly, the human being as a meeting place rather than a ruler. As custodians, we do not arrive empty-handed. We arrive already carrying the flame. Their work is to walk gently enough that the land remembers our passing, and to leave behind patterns that still make sense long after we have gone. So thank you for walking with me today, and I do hope to see you again.